this is just another classic example of kind of the way this week has been. Welcome back to the cockpit of the 210, fellow aviators. We've had a fantastic week. Been buzzing around Texas all week. Seen a lot of customers. I've got a lot of great content on the memory cards we're going to have to get downloaded, get edited, and so we can show you guys some of that great stuff. We've got a lot of things going on. Oshkosh is coming up right around the corner. We're going to talk about a little bit of that once we get into cruise flight. Also going to tell you about another giveaway that's going on that you guys are going to really be interested in. So stay tuned for that. Right now, we're going to taxi out and get ready to blast off and head home. Looking forward to seeing the family, and I'm glad you guys decided to come along with me.
Executive Tower information, Charlie 13500, observation, wind 1708, visibility 6, mist, sky conditions, scattered at 1000, correction 1100, temperature 26, dew point 26, altimeter 29906, RNAV approaching, use landing runway 13, advisories, contact ground control for IFR clearances, VFR departures, advise direction of fly, initial contact, on initial contact, give information, Charlie.
Executive Ground Centurion 604 in November at the FBO with Charlie looking for an IFR flight plan to Shreveport, downtown Delta Tango, November.
November 6048, November, clear to Delta Tango, November Airport via the Alexi 4 departure, Alexi transition, then is filed. Climb maintain 3000, expect 1000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 127.22, squawk 2776.
All right, 604 November is cleared to the downtown airport via the Alexi 4 departure, Alexi, and then as filed. Climb maintain 3000, expect 10 minutes, 127.22 and 2776 for 6048 November.
4 November, back correct.
And Executive Ground 6048 November's ready, taxi.
6048 November, runway 13, taxi via Alpha.
13 via Alpha, 48 November.
Are you be ready at the end, 48 November?
I'll need a run-up for 48 November. Executive Tower Centurion 604 November, run-up complete, ready to go 13.
November 6048, November, fly heading 090, runway 13, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 13, fly heading 090, 48 November.
Entered runway 13, 5,900 feet remaining.
Thank you, Gladys.
November, contact Austin departure.
4 November's going to departure. You have a great day.
7 Charlie, Charlie, contact approach 125.32.
2522, 7 Charlie, Charlie.
7 Charlie, Charlie, frequency 125.32, 2532.
2532, thanks.
Austin departure Centurion 604 November is off of the executive 1200 climbing 3000 090 on the heading.
Centurion 40 November, Austin departure IDET. 40 November reader contact, 2 miles east, Boston Executive, clear direct Alexi, climb and maintain 7,000.
Up to 7,000 direct Alexi for 604 November.
For 48 November, actually clear direct to College Station. That might be a little bit faster for you. So direct College Station and maintain 7,000 for now.
Direct College Station is 7,000 for 604 November, thank you.
Centurion 40 November, climb and maintain 1,000.
Up to 11, 1000 for 8 November.
American 1886, Austin departure radar contact, climb and maintain 12,000, clear direct Alexi.
Climb 12,000, direct Alexi, American 1886.
American 1886, contact Houston Center 132.15.
3215, American 1886.
Centurion 48 November, contact Houston Center 128.07.
12807, 4 November, have a great day.
Day.
Houston Center Centurion 604 November 5,300 climbing for 11,000.
There's 604 November, Houston Center, Roger, College, estimates 2998.
998, 4 November.
We're 604 November.
4 November, what? Yes.
4 November, Roger, I just want to verify your route. You ready?
Ready?
4 November, just want to verify direct College Station, then Annie, Zorod, down and Shreveport downtown.
That's it, 4 November. The reason why they asked that question, that was a little bit of an unusual routing, But if you've been watching the channel, you know that I like to put the initial approach fix in as part of my flight plan, and that's what that is.
Romeo Delta, Cascade approach 134.3.
CAN is the initial approach fix. ZOROD is the turn for the final approach course inbound to Shreveport downtown. And that tells air traffic control, and especially at Shreveport approach, that I want to shoot the RNAV GPS into 1-4. So just a little change to the way you file your flight plan does a lot of communicating with air traffic control, and it also sets us up to be ready for that approach when we get to our destination.
Number 40 November, split direct cane.
Direct cane, 40 November, thanks. Welcome. This is one of the great things about flying a Turbo 210. We're level 11,000.
2608 East.
You can see the clouds out there in front of us, the tops. And being this high up, we're going to be able to go right around those and avoid those buildups and avoid that turbulence associated with them. But just a fantastic tool to get around and do my job as the flying salesman.
1257 East, Center, roger.
In the spirit of what's next, we're going to go ahead and tune in the ASOS at Shreveport downtown, 118.525. And the tower frequency is 120.22. We got those tuned in. When it starts coming in, we'll get that ASOS. The weather, according to the iPad, is a clear sky. So
Jacket 46, turn left heading 360.
You can see that in the ceilings on the map. Got low ceilings where I'm at right now. Then it comes up to about 1,600 in Longview. But then just east of that in Shreveport, it's clear. It's been really interesting this week, the weather patterns that we've had around Texas. We had a cold front blow through, so that changed the weather patterns. But we saw a lot of variability in the ceilings, kind of coming up and down. And traditionally, when you have a low temperature dew point spread, you would expect, to have some low ceilings, some IFR weather, and that sort of thing. And then as those temperature dew point spreads start to open up with the warming of the day, those clouds will come up, and usually the clouds will kind of break apart, and it'll be clear. We really didn't see that breaking up. We saw the clouds come up, but we also saw them come back down. You guys probably watched my video flying into Jacksonville, Texas, where it was scattered, broken, clear, scattered, broken. And it went through that entire cycle through the flight. And so it really was a situation where you had to fly the weather that you found and not the weather that was forecast. We've got about 8,000 feet that we're going to have to lose to get to our initial approach fix of CAN. Because I am far out, but I'm going to go ahead and start briefing the approach and getting the cockpit set up. The minimums for this approach are 429. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make my notes. The inbound course is 139. The missed approach is climb to 3,000 direct Gokti and on track 135 to Elm Grove, Vortac, and hold. So it's going to be Gokti and then to the Elm Grove, Vortac. We're going to shoot this at 100 knots. Final approach fix is SOMU. And again, we're going down to 429 feet because it is an LPV approach. The minimum's 429 3/4 mile visibility. That gives us 250 feet above the ground. Nice and cool up here today, 57 degrees. It's going to be warm when I get on the ground. Not looking forward to that.
And Longview 604 November, any chance for lower? Last calling approach, say again, I was offline. 6048 November's looking for lower. 48 November, descend and maintain 7,000. Down to 7,000 for 48 November.
Shreveport Downtown Airport,
We get that ASOS.
Louisiana. Automated weather observation.
November 40, November, contact Shreveport approach 119.9er. Have a good one. 119.9er for November.
06. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 31 Celsius. Dew point 21 Celsius. Altimeter 3002. Remarks. Density altitude 2,000.
All right, I don't know if y'all caught that, but the wind has moved around to
22, and they are switching to runway 32, so you can expect that now.
Oh, changing runways around.
Shreveport approach, send
Centurion 604 November 8,300, descending 7,000. I have the weather at downtown.
Centurion 6048 November, Shreveport approach. I would expect a visual approach runway 32 at downtown.
We'll expect a visual into 32. I'm direct can because I was expecting RNAV GPS 14. Do you want me to go direct to downtown now?
Centurion 48 November, yes sir. Proceed direct downtown unless you like the RNAV to 32.
Yeah, let's do the RNAV GPS 32 for 40 November.
Centurion 48 November, turn right heading 100, be vector for the RNAV runway 32 into downtown.
All right, turn right 100 vectors for the RNAV 32 to downtown. All right, so we got to go back. We've got to go to procedure. We got to change this approach. RNAV GPS 32. It's going to be vectors, and we're on those vectors, so we're going to load approach and activate. Go back to my map. Got to do all this again. So 620, this is an LP approach this time. So higher minimums. Take that to 620. Approach course is 319. We're going to go ahead and send this to the map. We got to clear these annotations. So 319, still at 100 knots. This approach is climb to 3100 direct Zorod and hold. So we're 9 minutes from Wiegand, and we cross Wiegand at 1900. I really need to keep that descent going.
48 November, descent at power discretion, maintain 3,100.
All right, 40 November is leaving 7,000 for 3,100. That's what I was looking for. Keep that descent going. This is just another classic example of kind of the way this week has been. You take off.
2-1 Heavy just heads up there. Got traffic reporting off.
The wind's out of the south.
Should be Airbus.
Hour later into the flight. Now they're switching to the north runway. All right, got 3,100 set. And because it's a nice, beautiful VFR day, we'll let the autopilot fly this one. I don't show that on video very much because I prefer to hand fly approaches, but we'll have some fun and let the autopilot do it. I'm expecting a turn southeast bound. I'm not hearing any words on the radio, but it makes me think the controller might be a little distracted. We'll see what happens.
Turn 48 November, turn right heading 140.
140, 48 November. I was right. I knew it had to be coming up quick. So this is basically a downwind leg. We're landing on runway 32, so 140, downwind leg. We'll see if he gives me any lower. One of the important things that I had to learn shooting approaches is how to be patient, especially when you're IMC. I used to get really anxious, and I'd want to descend and be on the ground. And you just got to be patient. You got to relax, breathe, take a deep breath. I know that sounds kind of cliche, but just got to relax and allow the airplane to go where it needs to go and get appropriately set up for the approach. And don't force it. Don't.
348 November, turn left heading 050.
Left 050 for November. So let the approach develop and just be patient. I'm pretty tight to that inbound course. Now remember, we're going to get some kind of instruction about, turn left heading, maintain 3,100, till established, cleared for the RNAV GPS 32. That's what I'm expecting.
348 November is 6 miles from Wiegand, turn left heading 350, maintain 3,000 till established on the final approach course, go cleared, RNAV runway 32 approach downtown.
Left 350, maintain 3,000 till established, cleared for the RNAV GPS 32 to downtown. 48 November. See?
Blues 21 heavy.
Like I said,
126.3.
got to be expecting those things. And that needle's coming in, so I'm going to keep that turn going. I do have to get the airplane configured. We get 10 degrees of flaps. There's glide slope intercept, gears coming down.
Turn 48 November, contact downtown tower 120.22. Great day.
40 November's going to tower. You have a great day as well.
Downtown tower, Centurion 6048 November's inbound on RNAV GPS 32.
Centurion 6048 November, downtown tower, runway 32, clear to land, wind 2706.
Clear to land 32, 48 November. Working on getting that airspeed dialed in, looking for 100 knots. A little bit fast right now. The airplane is slowing down. We are final approach fixed inbound. About another inch of manifold pressure out. Nice stabilized approach.
3 mile final runway 32.
Thank you, Gladys. All right, gas, undercarriage, mixture, props, seat belts, shoulder harnesses, cow flaps closed. And we've got that airspeed pegged. 660 is the minimums. 620 is the minimums, excuse me.
500.
Thank you, Gladys. There's minimums. Go ahead and kick that autopilot off. And start setting up for our landing. Get another notch of flaps.
Downtown tower, Bonanza 3600, short 32 Alpha, ready for departure FR.
Bonanza 3600, downtown tower, rider.
Last notch of flaps.
Wind 270 at 7.
Left crosswind. Whoa. Boy, you might have felt that one. I let that crosswind let me get a little bit out of shape and let me get off center line.
48 November, where you park?
I'd like to go Echo Romeo to Golf, 48 November.
For November 48 Golf, turn right at Echo Romeo to park, monitor ground point 65, good day.
All right, Echo Romeo to park, monitor 65, 48 November, good day. It's been a fantastic week, fellow aviators. I appreciate each and every one of you coming along. I appreciate you being a part of the Flying Salesman community. We're having a lot of fun, meeting a lot of great people. I get to meet more and more people at each event I go to. The next one coming up is Oshkosh, and I hope I see some of you guys there. Come by the booth, Hangar A, right next to Wheeling. Say hello. Let's chat a little bit. Tell me a little bit about what you're working on, what you're flying, and I'd really like to hear about what's going on. I'll see you guys on the next one.